I saw you first in the shine of the hotel floor. Marble lobby hearts under chandeliers and dark, your suitcase by your polished shoes, my breath forgetting what to do. A pianist somewhere in the bar was playing soft and out of sight, and all the years between our lives turned smaller in that light. No dramatic scene, no rushing in, just your eyes and everything caving in. Marble lobby hearts meeting where the old world starts. One look and all the distance fades, like we never learned apart. Marble lobby hearts still beating through the glass. Some loves don't end with years, they only wait for one room to let them back. You smiled the way you used to smile when words came second to the wild. We stood there in expensive air, like young hope had found us there. I asked how long, you said too long, then laughed like something had survived. And in that gold forgiving room, the lost came back alive. One small step, one soft hello, and every buried feeling rose. Marble lobby hearts meeting where the old world starts. One look and all the distance fades, like we never learned apart. Marble lobby hearts still beating through the glass. Some loves don't end with years, they only wait for one room to let them back. No ring of thunder, no crowd around, just polished floors and one old sound. Your voice, my name, the whole late evening change. Marble lobby hearts, I'll remember how you stood, like all the hurt we carried in could still become something good. The elevator opened, neither of us moved. I found your note inside my coat, folded small and rain soft warm. 3 blue lines and 1 goodbye, written like a sleepless storm. Outside the avenue burned gold, streetlights trembling in the cold. I read your name beneath that glow and felt the whole old city slow. Streetlight lit
mistake. Some things glow, then guide the way. If I could send one answer back, I'd write it in the rain. Not to ask you here again, just to thank you for the flame. For every night, for every blue, for teaching me how love comes through. Streetlight letter, still shining in the cold. Streetlight letter, still softer than the gold. And even now, when midnight shivers, your words move through me like lit up rivers. The paper dried, the light stayed on.
Blue light on the wall, your breath in the room. We thought the night was ours to keep. You said forever like a dare in the dark, like two wild kids with a match and a spark. The city below us was melting in blue, and every broken thing looked beautiful on you. We danced past the warning, past reason, past fear, as if the clock was just a sound we'd never hear. But time was already moving, even while we stood still. Love was already leaving, even while it felt real. Take me back, before we knew better, before goodbye had a name, before the fire turned into weather, before the smoke, before the rain. We were all heart, all heat, all light, our own words said just right. If I could touch one vanished night, I'd go back there before we knew better. Rain on the station, trains in the glass, your hand on my jacket, the future moving fast. We talked like the world was a door we could break, and all that we wanted was ours if we stayed awake. Now every song opens the same old scar, a soft little wound where your bright eyes are. And you was a language we spoke without shame. Now all that's left of it still sounds like your name. Take me back, before we knew better, before goodbye had a name, words spinning thin. Some nights never leave. They just live under your skin. If the years keep turning, I'll still be here. Winter on the window frame, your sweater hanging by my name, morning light across the floor, and I don't ask for more. You saw me in my hardest hours, when the bright things lost their power. You stayed before I knew to say, please don't ever go away. So if time wants to test, let it come. I know this. Through every season I will stay. Through every silence, through every change, through every season, near or far. If the world grows cold, I will be where you are. Not in headlines, not in gold, not in stories loudly told, but in the daily ways we choose what to keep and what to lose. A hand in midnight coffee steam, holding on to one shared dream. Love is not a flash of light, it is coming home each night. And if hope ever thins, take my hand, start again. Through every season I will stay. Through every silence, through every change, through every season, near or far. If the world grows cold, I will be where you are. No crown, no choir, no silver sky, just a steady little fire that will not die. Through every season I choose you still. Beyond the weather, beyond the years, beyond the will. Through every season this heart stays true. If forever means a life made real, then forever looks like you. The years can move, I I used to come home tired, and it felt like a wound, like I'd been running for years and finally found a place to swoon. But the kind of tired I was the heavy, hollow kind. The body is exhausted, but the mind never quite unwinds. Now when I lay down at night and my body finds its rest, there's a different feeling underneath my chest. It's tired, yes I'm tired, but The weight has changed its shape. It's a tired full of meaning, not a tired full of escape. I'm tired in a different way now, and I didn't think this could happen. I'm tired in a different way now, with the deepness of relaxing into a life that's mine, with someone who doesn't drain me. I'm tired in a different way now, and it's the kind of tired that gains me back to myself gently. You don't take from my battery, you just join me in the day. You don't add weight to what I carry, you just walk in the same way. And so when I get sleepy, it's because we lived a real one, not because I performed for everyone, and finally got to come undone. I'm tired in a different way now, and I didn't think this could happen. I'm tired in a different way now, with the deepness of relaxing into a life that's mine, with someone who doesn't drain me. I'm tired in a different way now, and it's the kind of tired that gains me back to myself gently. The same word means two things, and nobody warned me of this. The tired could be a settling instead of a weight in the chest. The tired I had for years was a body on the run. This tired is a body home, and finally done. I'm tired in a different way now, and it's the best kind of fatigue. I'm tired in a different way now, and I want to wake up and repeat the day that brought me here, the simple, peaceful day. I'm tired in a different way now, and I'll sleep so well next to you that I'll forget I ever ran away. I'm tired in a different way, and it's the loveliest tired I've ever known. Good night. I'll see you when I wake. I built a wall so high, I almost forgot the sky. Promised myself I'd never let another soul get close to mine. Then you showed up gently, like you had all the time. You didn't push or pry, you didn't ask me why. You just sat down beside the wreck and told me I'd be fine, not with words, but with patience. The rarest kind of light, and I'm open again. I didn't think I could be open again, but you made it safe for me. I know the risk, I know the ache, I've memorized the way things break, but I'm open again. And it's because of you. The scars don't disappear, they just learn how to share the space with something new and warm that wasn't always there. You don't replace what I've lost, you just remind me what I'm worth, and I'm open again. I didn't think I could be open again, but you made it safe for me. I know the risk, I know the ache, I've memorized the way things break, but I'm open again. And it's because of you. I'm terrified and I'm alive for the first time in so long. I'd rather shake beside you than be steady on my own. I am open again, wider than I've ever been. Open again, let the healing begin. I don't need a guarantee, I just need you next to me. I am open again, and I'm not closing. I'm open, because of you. Back to the first slow kiss outside the bar in summer mist. Your hand half cold against my face, my whole heart losing its old place. No thunder then, no grand parade, just streetlight gold and Chatelaine. The kind of moment small enough to make the night feel dangerous, and smile like maybe you knew too.
I would be changed because of you.
Some beginnings never end,
they just keep glowing under skin. Now years have put their dust on things, on keys, on drawers, on old rings. Still one soft thought can clear it all and bring the warm street back and full.
not the last dance, not the last train, not the words we could not say. Just that one kiss, that one blue spark, still opening the dark.
Back to the first slow kiss, I go whenever life turns thin, to find the part of me that learned love can begin and begin again.
Lost myself in love before, become a shadow of a guess. Started speaking in their voice, forgot the pieces that I'd left behind in rooms where I had been, the person I had grown to be. And every time the love would end, I'd have to find my way back to me. It's different from the start. You don't ask me to fold in, you don't ask me to forget the version that I came in. You like the parts that aren't you, you like the parts that disagree. You don't want a copy, you want me, the actual me. Disappear in let that be the gift. I don't disappear in this love, I expand. I expand into the man you saw before I even knew he existed. I don't disappear in this love, I am here more than I have ever been here. I don't disappear in this love, and there's nothing I have to clear out of the way to keep you, nothing of me to subdue. I don't disappear in this love, I am whole. I am whole alongside you. I don't disappear, and neither do you. We are two whole people building one whole life without losing ourselves, without losing each other. I came home with a thing to say, something heavy, something close. Most people would have launched right in with opinions and a dose of how they'd handle it differently, of what they'd say to whoever was the cause. You looked at me and asked instead a question I'd been needing without knowing it, because you said, do you want my thoughts on this? Or do you wanna just be heard? And I sat there like the question was the kindest thing I'd ever heard. You ask if I want advice, just somewhere to put it down. You ask if I want advice, like you respect the difference now between fixing me and holding me, between solving me and letting me be. You ask if I want advice, and in the asking I am free. I can pick the kind of love I need. Sometimes I want your wisdom, sometimes I want your hands, sometimes I wanna ramble until I find my own answer where I stand. You don't assume which one, you don't pick for me which more. You just give me both options, and that's the kindest road. You ask if I want advice, or just somewhere to put it down. You ask if I want advice, like you respect the difference now between fixing me and holding me, between solving me and letting me be. You ask if I want advice, and in the asking I am free. I can pick the kind of love I need. Everyone wants to give you their solution, like your problem is theirs to solve. You just wanna know how I'd like to be loved, and you let me make the call. The kind of respect is rare, the kind of asking is gold. You ask if I want advice, and I get to be in control of how I wanna be held. You ask if I want advice, actually mean it. Either way, you'll be there. Used to wake up calculating what I owe today, the text I had to send, the right amount of weight to put into the showing up, the proper way to please, like love was a renewable contract that I had to negotiate with ease. But you don't run that ledger, you don't tally what I've done. Yesterday's points don't disappear, and today doesn't need to be one. I show up tired and you love me, I show up often, you love me. I show up at my smallest, and there's still a place for me. You don't make me audition for love, and I'm still adjusting to that. You don't make me audition for love, and there's no contract, no scratch. I have to earn back from no performance to maintain. You don't make me audition for love, and so I'm finally myself again. Finally myself again. I used to think love had a price, and I had to keep paying. You taught me there's another kind, where the door is just staying open, the welcome is permanent, the audit doesn't run. You don't make me audition for love, and you don't subtract when I'm done being charming for the day. You don't make me audition for love, and I'm still adjusting to that. You don't make me audition for love, and there's no contract, no scratch. I have to earn back from no performance to maintain. You don't make me audition for love, and so I'm finally myself again. Finally myself again. The world taught me love was conditional, earned, withdrawn, replaced. You're the first to love me steadily, without making me face the fear of getting it wrong, of slipping out of grace. You don't make me audition, and so I never have to chase the version of me you'd love. You don't make me audition for love, and I'm finally allowed to rest. You don't make me audition for love, and I'm not pacing my own chest. For that's enough for me. You're 10 feet away, on the other side of the wall. I can hear you humming something, and I'm smiling in the hall. It's been 20 minutes since you said you needed space to finish something for tomorrow, and I'm already missing your face. This is embarrassing. I'm missing you in the next room, and I know how crazy that sounds. Missing you in the next room, like you're in a different town. You're right there, I can hear you breathing. I could walk 3 steps and see, but missing you in the next room is a kind of love I didn't know I'd be. And I kinda love it, honestly. I pick up my phone to text you, then I realize that's insane. You're literally behind drywall, and I'm acting like it rains. When you're not in my peripheral, when your voice goes slightly low, I get this ridiculous tugging in a place I didn't know could grow. I'm missing you in the next room, and I know how crazy that sounds. Missing you in the next room, like you're in a different town. You're right there, I can hear you breathing. I could walk 3 steps and see, but missing you in the next room is a kind of love I didn't know I'd be. And I kinda love it, honestly. Is this what they mean when they say you've got it bad? When 3 steps feels too far and 10 minutes feels too sad. I used to be an independent, self-sufficient kind of man. Now I'm standing in the hallway just to hear you drop a pen. What have you done to me? I'm missing you in the next room, and I'm coming in, I don't care. Missing you in the next room is more than I can bear. You'll look up and say, I thought you were busy, and I'll say I was, but I lied. I just needed to see you for a second to remind myself I'm alive. To remind myself I'm yours. Okay, I'm coming in. Don't mind me. I just needed to see your face. Carry on, I'll just sit here. I'll be quiet, I promise. No, I won't. I used to start most sentences with sorry just in case. I said sorry when I needed water, sorry when I left the place, sorry when I asked a question, sorry when I took my turn. I was apologizing for existing, and I didn't even learn. You started catching me mid-sorry every day. You'd raise an eyebrow gently and ask what I was trying to say. You said you don't owe an apology for being in your own life, and the way you said it hit my chest like a soft kind of light. I stopped apologizing for things that weren't really wrong. I stopped apologizing for being where I belong. You taught me sorry's meant for hurting, not for breathing in a room. I stopped apologizing, and I finally feel like I assume a little space without doom. I still slip up sometimes, the reflex doesn't fully leave, but you pointed out so kindly that I learn instead of grieve. You're not making me feel guilty for the habit I had grown. You're just showing me a way to finally hear my voice as my own. I stopped apologizing for things that weren't really wrong. I stopped apologizing for being where I belong. You taught me sorry's meant for hurting, not for breathing in a room. I stopped apologizing, and I finally feel like I assume a little space without doom. Some loves shrink you, some loves make you fold. You're the kind that says stand up, stop apologizing for being told that you're allowed to want things, that you're allowed to ask. Stop saying sorry for your nature, start wearing your own face like it fits at last, like it always did. I stopped apologizing, and I haven't shrunk a bit. I stopped apologizing, and the world adjusted to it. Turns out most people are fine with you taking up your share. I stopped apologizing, and I'm finally allowed to be there. I'm finally allowed to be here. I stopped apologizing. Thank you for that. Thank you for not flinching when I started to expand. You stayed the same size, and I grew.
The kettle sang at 8:15. Your sweater hung off the chair by me. Rain made halos on the window frame, and somehow everything knew your name. No grand occasion, no grand design, just your bare feet crossing into mine. And that old cassette playing soft and slow, like it had nowhere else to go. I didn't know those ordinary days would turn to gold in memory's hands. Echoes in the kitchen light still come back to me at night. Your laugh, your touch, the way we moved, like love was simple, like love was true. Echoes in the kitchen light sinking stove, with all the future left unknown. The radio hummed, the city slept. You kissed my cheek and time just bent. I used to think real love had to burn, but yours was something softer, something earned. A quiet flame that never asked to be forever, just to last. Echoes in the kitchen light still come back to me at night. You laugh, you touch the way we move, like love is simple, like love is true. Echoes in the kitchen light, warm as August, thin as time. All these years and I still find you waiting there in the yellow shine. Now every room I enter measures itself against that glow. No palace, no skyline, no midnight show could ever hold what that small room knew. How love can make a whole life out of two. Echoes in the kitchen light, you never really left that night. You live where all the small things shine, in my hands, in my mind. And then the kettle still sounds like home. We had a hard one yesterday, voices raised, the wound exposed. And then you said you needed time, and I went quiet to my clothes. But this time something different happened than every other time before. You didn't disappear into the bedroom and lock the conversation behind the door. You came back 2 hours later, with your face still soft, not stone. You said I needed to think, I didn't go away to leave you alone. And the relief that hit my chest was bigger than the fight we'd had, 'cause nobody had ever come back to me without making me sad. You don't punish me with silence, you just take the space you need. You don't punish me with silence, or let the quiet bleed into something I have to earn back with apology or grace. You don't punish me with silence, you always tell me where you are. You always show your face. I learned from people who would freeze me out for days, sometimes for weeks, who would teach me where I stood by deciding I shouldn't speak. And I came into our love expecting that the silence was a weapon. You taught me silence can be sacred when it's made of breath, not lessons. You don't punish me with silence, you just take the space you need. You don't punish me with silence, or let the quiet bleed into something I have to earn back with apology or grace. You don't punish me with silence, you always tell me where you are.
just thinking time, that's all. And every time you come back open, I trust the space a little more, a little more, a little more. You don't punish me with silence. You don't make me chase the air. You don't punish me with silence. You always come back where I can find you, where you let me. You always do the work. You don't punish me with silence. And that's the safest love I've found, the safest love on earth. You don't punish me with silence. You take your time, and then you come back, and I love you for that. I love you so much for that. Every morning I'm already up, watching the world come back to you. Your eyes still closed, your breath still slow, but your hand is reaching through the space between us, finding mine. Without you knowing what you've done, your body wakes up loving me before your day's begun. You don't open your eyes for a while, you just hold what you found. Like the first task of being awake is making sure I'm around. Then a small smile, almost shy, before your face is even on. You wake up looking for me, like that's where every morning goes. The way you wake up looking for me is the proof I never asked for. The way you wake up looking for me says everything I needed to know, more than any words you've ever said, than any vow you've ever made. The way you wake up looking for me is the deepest thing displayed by a body that's not even thinking yet. I've watched you do this every morning for longer than I can count. Your hand reaches out the same way, like a beautiful daily account of where I am in your nervous system, where I've taken up your space. The way you wake up looking for me is the most unguarded face of how completely I am yours. The way you wake up looking for me is the proof I never asked for. The way you wake up looking for me says everything I needed to know, more than any words you've ever said, than any vow you've ever made. The way you wake up looking for me is the deepest thing displayed by a body that's not even thinking yet. Your conscious mind can lie, your conscious words can fade, but the body that wakes up reaching is making something it doesn't have to make. A choice before there is a choice, a love before the day. The way you wake up looking for me is the love I'd never
I'd never doubt a way again. The way you wake up looking for me will outlive every word. The way you wake up looking for me is the truest thing I've heard from any version of you that wears the daylight clothes. The way you wake up looking for me is the answer that nobody knows but me, just me. The way you wake up, and your hand finds mine before you even know that you're awake. And I love you with everything I have for doing it. Without trying. For work this morning, glanced back at the door. You were standing in the window, right where you had been before. Most people would have turned by now. Back to coffee, back to phones. You were just there watching, like seeing me leave was its own song. I waved and you waved back. I kept walking, then I turned again. You were still there, smaller now, but waiting for the very end. When I would round the corner and you couldn't see me anymore, you don't rush back to your morning. You give me the whole way to the floor of wherever I am going. You watch me walk away, and you don't turn until I'm gone. You watch me walk away, and it's the smallest thing, but it's the longest love song I've ever been given, the kind that says I see you until I really, really can't. You watch me walk away, and in that watching I am held. At the airport last December, you stayed past security. You didn't have to wait there. You weren't going through with me, but you stood at the glass divider until I disappeared from view. And I cried quietly walking because nobody else has watched me through. You watch me walk away, and you don't turn until I'm gone. You watch me walk away, and it's the smallest thing, but it's the longest love song I've ever been given, the kind that says I
And in that watching, I can feel that I matter, that I really, really matter. You watch me walk away, and I take that with me. You watch me walk away, and every goodbye becomes a small, deliberate vow, a quiet, deliberate sign. You watch me walk away, and I keep going forward now, because you're always at the window, always watching, always mine. You watch me walk away, and you'll be there when I come back. I know it, I always know it. That's the gift. That's the gift.
You park beneath the neighbor's trees, engine low in summer breeze. House lights out, the whole block still. My pulse louder than the wheel. No radio, no need for sound. The night itself was all around. You turned to me, half shy, half sure, and made the dark feel less obscure. One hand on the key, one hand still holding me. Velvet driveway, where the night learned how to wait. Velvet driveway, where one kiss changed my fate. No crowd, no stars, no grand display, just your breath in that velvet driveway. Porch light painted amber lines across your cheek and over mine. I said your name, you closed your eyes like love had finally found its size. I had been all cool exits, all backward roads and careful distance. Then your mouth moved close enough to teach my fear the shape of trust. Leave the engine warm, leave the window down, leave the whole world sleeping outside this little town. What we were in that low-lit place still comes back soft every time it rains. Velvet driveway, still glowing under every storm. Velvet driveway, still the place my heart stays warm. No band, no bells, no bright parade, just the night and that first slow wave. Velvet driveway,
you dare do that again. When you laugh like that, I forget my own name. When you laugh like that, nothing's ever gonna be the same. You wreck my composure, you ruin my game. When you laugh like that, I fall in love again and again and again and again. You laugh at all the wrong parts of the movie, of the meal. You laugh when you're embarrassed, and it's the most attractive thing I feel. You cover your mouth like you're trying to contain it, but the joy breaks through your fingers, and I can't believe you haven't framed it. Stop doing that. Actually, no, never stop. When you laugh like that, I forget my own name. When you laugh like that, nothing's ever gonna be the same. You wreck my composure, you ruin my game. When you laugh like that, I fall in love again and again and again. I've heard symphonies, I've heard the ocean break, but nothing in this world makes a more beautiful sound than you not even trying to be beautiful and being the most stunning thing around. The most stunning thing. When you laugh like that, the whole world gets brighter. When you laugh like that, my grip gets tighter on this life, on this love, on this ridiculous luck. When you laugh like that, I know I'll never get enough. Never ever enough. Laugh like that. Ooh, do it again. One more time. I'll never get tired of it. There's a face you make right before you laugh, a little sparkle in the eye, a small intake of breath. The corners of your mouth begin their slow ascent, and there's half a second where the joke isn't quite spent, but you already know it's coming. I watch for that face now, more than the laugh itself. The pre-laugh is the truer thing, the quiet hidden wealth of who you are before you let the world hear your delight. That look before you laugh is the most private of your life. The look before you laugh is my favorite thing about you. The look before you laugh is the part nobody else gets to view, because they're listening for the laugh, but I'm watching for the spark. The look before you laugh is the secret of your heart, the secret only I can read. I've learned to time my jokes for that face, not for the sound. The laugh is just the echo of where the joy was found. The joy was found a moment earlier, in your eyes, in your mouth, of your beautiful particular soul. The look before you laugh is my favorite thing about you. The look before you laugh is the part nobody else gets to view, because they're listening for the laugh, but I'm watching for the spark. The look before you laugh is the secret of your heart, the secret only I can read. There are 1,000 faces a person makes each day, but this one is so specific that I know it from any angle, from across a crowded room, from a photograph that caught it, the brief beat where the world shifted just before you started laughing, the most beautiful face you make. The look before you laugh is the gift I get most often. The look before you laugh is the thing that's never softened. Through the years of seeing you, through the years of being known, the look before you laugh will follow me wherever I'm shown. Wherever I go, the look before you laugh. Do that again. Wait, hold it, hold it. There it is. There it is.
Backseat heat and city rain, street name slipping down the pane. Your knee against my shaking lip, and dawn still far from where we were. The driver hummed an old refrain, low and half buried in the frame. You turned to me through amber light and made the whole ride feel like fate. Taxi to the morning, don't get there too soon. Leave us in the silver hour, under the last moon. Taxi to the morning, let the red lights hold. Two hearts in the backseat, trying not to let go. You brushed my hand and looked away, like tenderness might break the spell. I watched the meter climb in green and wish the numbers nothing. We passed the river, past the bars, past sleeping signs and tired stars, and every block we drifted through felt less like night, more to stop. My heart kept going.
Up through midnight, floor by floor, your shadow in the mirror makes me want more. Glass elevator rising slow, city diamonds far below. You fix your hair, I lose my nerve. The whole night bends without a word. Your perfume cuts the metal lead, like summer somehow followed here. The numbers climb, my heartbeat too. The skyline made for me and you. Don't break the spell, don't turn away. Some things begin before we say. Glass elevator hearts going up into the dark. Two reflections, one bright spark. Glass elevator hearts, glass elevator hearts, suspended where the skyline starts. No ground beneath, no need to run, just you and me, and the city undone. The doors open on a quiet floor, soft blue carpet, nothing more but you. Look back and lightly smile and make forever worth a while. I used to trust in lower things, in easy jokes and exits clean. Now every step beside your heels makes this borrowed height feel real. Say my name, low and clear, like I was always supposed to be here. Glass elevator hearts going up into the dark. Two reflections, one bright spark. Glass elevator hearts, glass elevator hearts, suspended where the skyline starts. No ground beneath, no need to run, just you and me, and the city undone. No rooftop wind, no crowded bar, just mirrored walls and distant cars. If love can start inside one breath, then maybe this is how it gets said. Glass elevator heart still rising through me after dark. Every lonely floor I knew was only leading me to you. Glass elevator hearts, now every tower in this town looks like the place where I first learned how not to come back down. Floor by floor, you move closer, and I let the whole night open. Headlights cut the fog like memories.
your silhouette in every passing view. The seat beside me empty, but your perfume still remains. Playing hide and seek inside these pouring rains. Close my eyes and the world disappears. Dashboard reverie, take me back to you, where the nights were endless and the skies were blue. In this leather seat, I feel you next to me. Dashboard reverie, you're my sweetest memory. The city lights are dancing like they did that summer night, when we swore the road would never end our flight. Now the engine hums the melody we left behind. Every mile I drive rewinds you in my mind. Close my eyes and the world disappears. Dashboard reverie, take me back to you, where the nights were endless and the skies were blue. In this leather seat, I feel you next to me. Dashboard reverie, you're my sweetest memory. If I could pull the stars down and make them spell your name, I'd trade every tomorrow just to feel the same. Dashboard reverie, hold me one more time. Let the synth surround this broken heart of mine. You're the only dream this radio will ever play. Dashboard reverie, forever and a day. Don't love me when I'm winning, when the room is chanting my name. Don't love me at my brightest, when it's easy, when there's fame. Those versions come with gravity, they pull everyone in. I wanna know if you'd stay for the version in between. Love me at my ordinary, when there's nothing to applaud. Love me at my ordinary, when I'm quiet and I'm flawed. forget the things I knew. My best stories will get dusty, and the crowd will thin out too. The invitations will stop coming, and the phone won't ring as much. And I need to know if that version still deserves your touch. Love me at my ordinary, when there's nothing left to prove. Love me at my ordinary, when ambition becomes a groove. Oh, not the fire you fell for first, but the ember that remains. Love me at my ordinary, and I'll never need the flame. Never need the flame, because everyone loves the monument, but who loves the man beneath the stone, who sits in his own silence and wonders if he's known, not for what he's built, but for who he is at rest. The version with no resume, no punchline, no impressive best. Just this, just me, just this. Love me at my ordinary, when the extraordinary fades. Oh, love me at my ordinary, on the unremarkable days. And I'll love you at your ordinary, when the sparkle takes a breath, because ordinary together is the most extraordinary thing that we'll ever get. The most beautiful thing. Love me at my ordinary. That's all I ask. That's the only love that was ever meant to last. frequency, the only sound that's real. You're my only frequency, and I've never been this clear. I don't care if it burns, I don't care if I crash. You're my only frequency, and I'm never turning We don't know the ending, and I'm done pretending that we should. The beauty's in the not knowing, the faith that something could be bigger than the fear, be wider than the plan. I don't need the answers, I just need your hand. Wherever this goes, I'm going with you. Wherever this goes, through the old and the new. We might get lost, we might fall through, but wherever this goes, I'm going with you. I used to map out every moment, color-coded, safe and sure, but you taught me that the detours are what living's really for. So tear the itinerary up and throw it to the wind. The only destination is wherever we begin. Wherever this goes, with you.